Coming up on today's show, the Basketball Champions League is back in action. We preview the matchups of the final 8 teams, and the stars of the BCL give you their tips on how to become a professional player.
When the pandemic started, it was a shock for everyone.
I think it affected everybody's lives, the same way. There were no gyms to go to. You had to do everything at home. You had to do everything on your own.
This is the longest I have been, without basketball, and it's very tough. Most importantly, you have to worry about, your health, your family, and things like that. But once you know everything else is secure and stuff, basketball is our love.
Good evening, folks. After 202 days, at last, the Final 8. The players, many of them forced into lockdown, were chomping at the bit to get back on the court and competing in the game they have dedicated their professional lives to. Every single player has put in the hard hours to be in tip-top shape, both physically and mentally, with the start of the tournament upon us.
For a team that's been...
The players have had to be patient and resolute during the worldwide crisis. They persevered, and now it's their time to shine.
The biggest thing with basketball being taken away, it was impactful just because, I'm an older player. I don't have much time left. Every day that I'm in here, I take it in and I appreciate it. For a guy like me, this is special.
Thomas, oh baby, what a throwdown!
Dylan Ennis, has he won it on the buzzer?
Russian side Nizhny Novgorod traveled to Dijon to restart the Basketball Champions League season. Both teams came out firing to start the game.
And 3 is good. Beautiful drive. Loose pass, picked up. No one's going to catch David Holston.
But Dijon edged ahead, going into the half with a 3-point lead. Alexandre Chassain continued Dijon's strong play.
Chassain!
But Nizhny started to turn things around in the third, led by Artem Kamalov. The French side had too much for the visitors in the end, though, with David Holston leading them to a place in the Final 8.
Welcome to the Santiago Martin, better known as La Hamburguesa, here in Santa Cruz, Tenerife. It's the round of 16 in the Basketball Champions League. It's the Game 3 decider between Oostende in red and Iberostar Tenerife in the gold and yellow.
Tenerife started the game fast.
And it's Iberostar Tenerife striking from downtown into Kavanagh, gets it back and puts it up. Huertas again from the other side.
But Oostende showed how much they wanted to go to Athens in the second quarter.
Fontaine steps back and puts Oostende in front. And now Schwartz reaches in, gets the steal, and dunks it. Goodness gracious, Philo Oostende are feeling it.
Tenerife's coach Vidareta summed up what his team needed to change simply.
We need to control the turnovers. Thank you.
And his team responded with Huertas leading the way, blowing the game open in the third quarter, despite Oostende's best efforts.
Of the Tenerife defense, and they get the bonus of the offensive foul.
And the Canaries showed their experience in the fourth to claim their place in the Final 8.
The end of the game, Iberostar Tenerife win it 62-54 over Philo Oostende to advance to the Final 8 of the 2019-2020 Basketball Champions League.
It took 6 months to get here, but our final 8 teams are now set. The bracket is filled with previous winners as well as juggernauts who topped their groups in the regular season. The tournament in Athens uses a one-game knockout format, raising the stakes for all the teams involved. Simply put, it's win or go home. Turk Telekom proved they mean business in their first Basketball Champions League season as they made it to the Final 8 in often dominant fashion. Despite losing some key players during the layoff, they added former NBA stars Sam Decker and Tyler Ennis, meaning they could be even stronger now.
It's really fun having Kyle and Tyler with me here. You know, we spent a year together in Houston and have always kept in touch since then. And we have good chemistry on the court, good chemistry off the court, and then we're trying to bring that to the rest of the team as well and really show that we're a complete team together and have some fun.
It's a little different building chemistry for a Final 8 and only having a month or just over a month to do it, where normally you have a whole season to build that chemistry. The only way you can build on-court chemistry is to play, and we've been playing every single day, so I think we've been doing everything we can in the short period of time to get ready for the Final 8, and I think we'll be ready when that day comes.
If your first real games are high-level competition, do or die, I think that will set the tone for the mentality for the rest of the season. We had some unfinished business from last year, so hopefully I can be a part of something really big for Turk Telekom.
Kyle Wilcher and David Holston will lead their teams in the Final 8. We sat down with them to find out what the 3 keys to getting past each other will be in Athens.
3 reasons I think Turk Telekom can take home this Final 8 trophy is, one of the first reasons is we have a great head coach, great assistant coaches who put us in a really good situation to win. Number 2 would be we have a really good roster this season. Just like last year, we were able to reload with a lot of talented guys. We have a good starting group, but we also have really good bench players. So I think we're a very deep and talented team who it's going to be tough for teams to match up with. 3 would be, I would say, I think our team plays very unselfish. Even though we have a lot of talent and athleticism, we play the right way. And
we're very good defensively. We're not going to stop fighting ever. And we have a good coach.
Dijon is a dangerous team because they're very athletic. 2, they play very unselfish. They play a good style of basketball. And I think another reason they're dangerous is they got a good coach as well.
I think we have to share the ball. We have to listen very well to the game plan that coach gives us, and we have to be on that day.
Three tips for aspiring athletes to become a professional basketball player would be, 1, you have to take care of your body. It's a long season, you have to do recovery, see trainers if your body's hurting, not pushing through an injury because it could become worse.
You have to be willing to start from the bottom. Not everybody's going to get the opportunity at the top from the beginning, but be willing to take whatever opportunity is there.
Be a good teammate. Nobody likes to play with a guy with a bad attitude or a girl with a bad attitude. Just make sure that everybody on your team respects you, but enjoys playing with you.
Obviously, first one has to be practice. Second one would have to be practice some more.
Watch a lot of videos of good shooters, how they prepare the shots, how they work their feet, because this is really important.
Shoot the shots that you practice every day. Don't try to do something new in the game.
No fear. Can't be afraid to shoot, can't be afraid to miss.
One of the most important things is your position. Just kind of getting a knack for where the ball is going to bounce to. You don't have to be the strongest guy to box out a person. That's all effort.
Dribbling for me is a lot of how you practice with defense, with people trying to steal the ball, try to make you foul, so practice this.
Make sure you push yourself with dribbling. I know everybody just wants to come in the gym and shoot. Not a lot of people want to dribble the ball, but those dribbling drills work.
And when you're in practice or when you're playing against people, try things. Don't just be comfortable. Don't do what's the most natural to you. Get out of your comfort zone.
I mean, to pass the ball, you gotta understand the game. So study the game, see where the spots are after playing a pick and roll, after going inside the paint. So then you can understand who is gonna be open and who is gonna have the easiest pass.
Do research on the guys you're playing, know where they like the ball, where they don't like the ball. Use your energy, to play defense because, if you try to save it on the defensive end, you're gonna get beat.
Our next matchup is a clash between high-scoring, fast-paced teams. Hapoel Jerusalem not only scores more points than any other squad in the VCL, they're also the kings of efficiency. However, with such a long break between games, Coach Katash knows his team can't take their VCL success for granted.
Different teams, new season. It's not the same roster of last year. We are not coming with the same momentum, whatever. So it's really open for all the teams. That's why it makes that event so exciting.
It's very special. We worked so hard to get to the Final 8 last year, and I'm very excited for it.
Without James Feldine, Tyshawn Thomas becomes their leading scorer, and like his team, he leads the Basketball Champions League in individual efficiency.
Favorite is Jerusalem. I'm always rocking with the home team. And I would say we're favorites because, we have a lot of confidence. Coming in from last season, we were very hot. We deserve to win this, so.
Jerusalem's opponents may have something to say about that. Because besides the Israeli side, no other team puts more points on the board than San Pablo Burgos.
We gotta play really good defense, try to make our rhythm, in the game to run the fast breaks all the time and open up the court. I think something that is good for open up the courts, find our shots, and be balanced.
Despite losing key players Augusto Lima and Earl Clark, Burgos showed their ambition by keeping the gunslinger, the Deus McFadden.
Oh, 5 for 5 off the backboard.
The wall, Jaciel Rivera. And the soul of the team, Vitor Benite.
Unreal.
They may be underdogs against the power of Jerusalem, but make no mistake, San Pablo Burgos are a force to be reckoned with.
I really think we got a lot of experienced guys, and this is gonna help us a lot in the beginning. And me, as being one of the main leaders of this team, I gotta be able to push the guys and help them to win it.
Are you kidding me? Vitor Benite is exceptional tonight.
Still to come in the Basketball Champions League show, we preview the Final 8 hometown heroes at Athens game against Nymburk. An all-Spanish clash pits Zaragoza against Tenerife, and the top 10 plays in the round of 16 from the Final 8.
When you play for a title, it's special. It's one game, decides everything.
A powerhouse during the regular season and round of 16, Nymburk still find themselves in the position of underdog. The Czech team knows the challenge of competing against AEK in Athens will make reaching the Final Four tough, but they're confident they can overcome their opponents.
We are getting on the same page with what we want to be. Together with the coaching staff, we are confident that we are building some good stuff on and off the court.
We just want to play our style of basketball that we presented ourselves whole last season. And we just want to play the basketball that we like. That means with a lot of freedom and with a lot of opportunities to score.
We just got back from Slovenia, the training camp for a week, and I think that was just a good time for us to practice every day and play a couple scrimmages, and we saw a lot of film there as well.
Already a team filled with veterans, AEK doubled down on their experience, adding VCL 2019 MVP Tyrese Rice and 2019 VCL champion Yannick Morera. All signs point to AEK being a formidable team with the tournament taking place on home soil.
Just because you have a great roster doesn't mean that you're going to have that chemistry. You know, it doesn't mean the ball going to bounce your way.
The good thing about our team is I think you have several guys who can draw on a lot of experience, and when you have that kind of experience, it can make up for the lack of preparation or the lack of chemistry. For the situation that we're in, for Champions League and for I don't think the club could have done any better.
Two players to watch in this one will be veteran bucket getter Keith Langford of AEK and Czech international Wojtek Ruwan, who have a healthy respect for each other's game.
Anytime you have a player that is a veteran, I think that's important. Another time, he's one of the record holders in Champions League, so you have to respect his production. And third, his team is here, and he's a big part of that.
3 keys. First one is stay in front. Second one is trying to guess when he's gonna make his killer step back, and third is probably hope for the best. I think our advantage in this game would be speed. Our style of game is more towards playing fast, so I think that might be our advantage in this game.
The main reason why we can win the trophy is because we're here. That's the most important thing. We're here and we have just as good a chance as anybody. If you win, you go down in history and it's there forever.
I don't remember myself without a basketball.
I was probably 2, 3 years old.
It was about 7 or 8.
It was probably when I was like 8 years.
I was 4 years old. I used to play on my brother's team.
My father played, so while I was growing up, there was always a basketball in my hands.
I just remember the teachers throwing out, a bag of different sports balls into the yard, and the first one I grabbed was a basketball.
My grandma, she made a hoop for me and the basketball out of two pair of socks, and that was the first time, and I never put it down since.
Probably didn't even score. I think the score might have been like 4-6.
I was traveling, I was double dribbling, and I was crying when the referees would take the ball.
I was probably 17, and it was a fast break by myself.
We were in some practice gyms. The baskets were a little bit lower, so we all had our first dunks there.
I had a game and kind of had a fast break, and I dunked it, and I remember all my friends were hyped.
One of the best feelings in the sport.
I was still a junior, but our men's team had a lot of injured players, so I jump in and play for 30 seconds.
The first time I played pro basketball was in Germany.
It was for the Houston Rockets, my rookie season. It was an incredible experience getting to play a whole season in the NBA.
I was playing with the Houston Rockets in a preseason game.
It was an experience that changed my life, and I'll always remember.
I would have to say when, I started to beat my dad.
One time in the 8th grade, I scored like 56 points.
I couldn't make everything. Doesn't matter the distance, against who, and it was really nice.
Probably never happened.
I came off a screen with a few seconds left, freshman year, made a huge 3 from the top of the key. The arena went silent, but all I remember is my teammates, all of us embracing each other.
I always get the points before the game winner, but the first one that I remember is actually against Real Madrid when I played for Andorra, Morabank.
I shot the shot, the guy goaltended it, and they gave it to us, so we won the game. So that was probably the easiest game winner I ever had to shoot.
When I was, I think, maybe 10 years old, I remember to this day I made a corner 3. I was wide open. I was so happy.
I don't remember the first time, but I do remember that it's never a nice feeling at all,
It's my dad. My dad was my coach until I was in high school, and, you know, he used to yell at me all the time.
My dad has been my biggest critic, you know, but it kind of helps me, you know, on the court. It kind of like helps me to stay positive, to stay level. I never get too high, I never get too low.
One time we were in Vegas, and I was 13 years old for a tournament, and I was mad, and he was mad, and he threw me over the bench. But then after that, you know, we laugh about it now.
Perhaps the standout fixture in the Final 8 is an all-Spanish battle between Casademont Zaragoza and Iberstar Tenerife. In their first BCL season, Zaragoza torched their opposition en route to a first-place finish in Group D.
It is for 3, Showtime basketball.
And battled past the tough Lichtgevelles in the round of 16. As veteran big man Jason Thompson knows, keeping the core of the team together will be key to any success they have in the Final 8.
We have a lot of guys, same guys coming back. As a team, we'll be locked in, you know, on that game to be ready for an opponent, and we'll be looking to try to win every game we have.
People didn't know what to expect from us. I think we were very unorthodox. We could shoot a transition 3-on-1, or we could, you know, get it inside. And I think people could expect a team that plays a lot of passion, a lot of high energy. And I think our new coach, Diego, he's gonna let us be who we want to be.
Zaragoza will be led by Dylan Ennis, who stands alone in the Basketball Champions League as the only player who leads his team in points and assists. Being familiar with the rival Spanish team, Ennis knows what to expect from Tenerife.
From Hortel to Shermerdini, you know, they're very hard to guard. They have experienced guys, you know, been there before at big games. I'm sure that they don't want to continue playing basketball and lose. I'm sure they want to win just as bad.
The key matchup in this one will be between Ennis and Huertas, as both players look to lead their team to the Final Four. Ennis knows, though, to win at this level, he can't do it alone.
It's going to be a team effort. You know, I could have a great night, DJ could have a great night, Sulman could have a great night, Nico, JT, I could go down the list. Yeah, there's going to be guys who have great games, but, you know, it's going to be a collective tournament win.
We're going to just take one game at a time, and we expect to be able to get to the championship and see how it goes.
I would say
to be humble,
to be focused 24 hours.
The first is believe on your philosophy.
I told you once they lost the crowd.
dedication for sure.
To have a deal with pressure.
Never stop learning.
To work hard.
You know that sometimes you are high and low, but this thing cannot happen. You have to be the same guy.
Good communication and talking, it's very important. So if they talk each other, everything will be easy for them.
You're going to be influenced from a lot of coaches, which it's good, but you always find your specific way.
After enough.
Telekom passes Bond. Can push. Alley-oop. Oh, baby! It is a high-flying show from the team from Germany.
Randir they push. Great push. Nice pass. Super finish. And Yilmaz gets the two.
It'll hurt them if they come back and score, but Holston makes up for the mistake. Gets the steal. Julien takes it in. Big hit. And the finish from Axel Julien.
Booker has it knocked away. Pickett, pocket pick. Oh, what a block! He puts it on the floor. Oh! Attacked the closeout and just threw it hard.
That's in Tehran for three. And there for the follow, put back dunk is Kyle Wiltshire. Gray behind the back. Oh, big time three. Kendrick Gray. And Dijon 3 a Barcelona. Kendrick Gray.
Graymo in transition. Oh! Spiked it and said, take that.
Dijon with Holston. Oh, what a play! And has the ball knocked away. A good play by Tascarine. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to be Nick Johnson. A whirlybird special.
We waited so long for this moment.
We worked so hard and nobody saw it.
We stayed calm.
But it was only calm before the storm.
And the storm, it's about to hit you.
No hiding from it.
The wait is over.
This is our time.
Time to rule the Basketball Champions League.